Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to discuss about SQL data types. So first of all, SQL introduction. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It can be pronounced as SQL or SQL. SQL, Structured English Query Language. So it is a special purpose programming language. It is used to define, access and manipulate data in RDBMS. RDBMS is nothing but Relational Database Management System. So in RDBMS, the data is stored in the form of rows and columns in tabular format. So if you want to access the data in RDBMS in tabular format, you need to use SQL, Structured Query Language. So it provides a set of statements for selecting and retrieving data from relational database. So if you want to display the data in the table, you need to use SQL. And it provides set of commands. Those commands are DDL, DML, DQL, TCL and DCL commands. So it provides set of commands for accessing the data in RDBMS. The original version of SQL, Structured English Query Language, was designed by IBM in early 1970s. So SQL was designed by IBM in 1970s and implemented by Oracle Corporation. So it is implemented by Oracle Corporation. Next, today almost all RDBMS like Microsoft SQL Server and Microsoft Access, Oracle, DB2, Sybase, MySQL and Informix uses SQL as standard database language. So almost all DBMSs like these all DBMS are using SQL, standard database language, for accessing data. Okay. Next, SQL data types. So data type is nothing but it is used to specify what type of data we are storing. So all the information in RDBMS is represented in a tabular format, which means rows and columns format. So to store the data to a particular column in a table must contain similar data which is of particular type. Okay, so every single column contains same data. Okay, SQL data types are used to specify type of values to be stored and what is the maximum size to be allocated for a particular column. Okay, so these types these data types are used to specify the type and also the memory size, what size is specified for a particular column. So different data types are as follows. First data type is character, varchar, long, number with decimal. Next, data, raw or long raw. So these are the 7 data types in SQL. So let's see one by one. Character data type, char data type. This data type is used to store the fixed length of character values. So if you want to store characters, then you need to use char data type. So those characters are like anyone name, okay, gender, male or female. So this type of data is stored by using character data type. The maximum size allocated for character data type is 25 characters. So it can store up to 25 characters. If the user enters the character less than the size, then specified unused spaces are filled with blank spaces. So if you enter the value which is less than the size specified, okay, so all the unused data is filled with blank spaces. So which means whatever the memory you are not used, that memory is wasted. Okay, so here the syntax for character data type is column name, data type, size. So here column name is a student name and data type is character and the size of character is 10. Okay. Next, one more example. CNAME mean customer name, character 20. So here the size of character is 20. Okay. So for example, here student name is Raju. Okay, and the size is 4 characters. Okay, 4 characters, but I am specified size 10, but here the name shows only 4 characters. Remaining 6 spaces are wasted. The remaining 6 spaces are filled with blank spaces. So the disadvantage of character data type is memory wasted, the unused memory wasted. Okay, next data type is varchar2 data type. This data type is used to store variable length alphanumerical values. So here character is fixed length, which means unused memory spaces are wasted. But varchar2 data type is variable length, which means సో మీరు ఎంత డేటాను అయితే యూజ్ చేసుకుంటారో అంత మెమరీ మాత్రమే యూజ్ అవుతుంది, రిమైనింగ్ మెమరీ అంతా కూడా ఫ్రీ అవుతుంది. సో ద అన్యూజ్డ్ మెమరీ గెట్స్ ఫ్రీ. ఓకే, ద మ్యాక్సిమమ్ అలొకేటెడ్ సైట్ ఫర్ దిస్ డేటా టైప్ కెన్ హోల్డ్ ద డేటా అప్ టు 4000 characters. Okay, char is 25 characters and varchar is 4000 characters. The difference between char and varchar2 data type is that varchar2 data type is not filled with blank spaces. Okay, so here unused spaces or unused memory spaces are not filled with blank spaces, and in character data type is filled with blank spaces. So the varchar2 data type saves the disk space compared to the character data type. Okay, that is the main advantage of varchar2 data type. Here memory is not wasted. Syntax: column name, data type, size. Okay, so here column name is student name, data type is varchar2 and the size is 10 characters. Okay, note, currently varchar is used in place of varchar2 data type. So in varchar2 data type place varchar is used. Next data type is long. This data type is used to store the variable length alphanumerical values. So it is also variable length, not fixed length. So the maximum allocated size of this data type can hold up to 2 GB or characters. Okay, so here the size of long data type is 2 GB data. Okay, 2 gigabytes. The long data type has limitations and cannot have more than one for a table. So if you are using long data type, then you need to use only one long data type for one table. Okay, so more than one long data types are not used for a single table. So ఒక టేబుల్కి ఒక లాంగ్ డేటా టైప్ మాత్రమే తీసుకోవాలి, మోర్ దాన్ వన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్. ఓకే, next data type is number data type. So if you want to store positive numbers or negative numbers, then you need to use number data type. So here only positive and negative numbers without decimal values, which means fractional values. Okay, syntax for number data type is column name, data type, next size. So here column name is s number, next it is number data type and the size of number is 3. The above syntax p is a precision which refers the total number of digits, which means so ఇక్కడ స్టూడెంట్ నెంబర్లో ఎన్ని డిజిట్స్ ఉంటాయి, సో ఇట్ కెన్ స్టోర్ అప్ టు 3 digits. We can vary from 1 to 38 digits. Okay, so this is number data type. Next data type is number with fractional part. This data type is used to store zeros, positive and negative values, and also the decimal values, fixed point numbers like floating point numbers with decimal values. So if you want to store a number which contain point, okay, decimal part, then you need to use number data type. So here the syntax is column name, data type, precision. Okay, next decimal point. Next example, average, number data type 4,2. Okay, so here 4,2 means 4 are spaces. Okay, 4 are memory spaces and 2 is used to indicate decimal points. So which means 12.37. okay, you can store this type of numbers. So 4 numbers, okay, 4 is the size and 2 are decimal points. Okay, in the above syntax, P is a precision which refers to the total number of digits range from 1 to 38, and S is scale which refers to the number of digits to right of decimal point and ranges from -84 to 127. So you can give the range between -84 to 127. okay, next data type is date data type. So if you want to store some date in the table, date of joining, next date of birth, okay, so which contain format like 1st January 2000. So in this format, so for this purpose you can use date data type. This data type is used to store fixed length date and time information. okay, date and time information. Maximum allocated size to hold the date is 7 bytes of memory. So here you can store the date data type up to 7 bytes of memory. This data type will have the default date format. okay, the default date format is date, month, year. okay, 01 January 2000. Syntax for date data type: column name, data type. So here column name is date of birth and it is date data type. So here no need to specify the size because it has a default value, that is a default format, that is date, month, year. So no need to specify the size of date data type. Next, last data type is raw or long raw data type. These data types are used to store length of raw binary data such as images, graphics, videos, audios. So if you want to store image in a table, or if you want to store video in a table, okay, so for this purpose you can use raw or long raw data types. So here the maximum size of raw long raw data type is 2 GB memory. okay, so here raw data type allocates 2 GB memory, and long raw data type is up to 4 GB memory. So both raw and long raw data types are different in terms of memory sizes. So raw has 2 GB memory and long raw has 4 GB memory. okay, so by this the data type concept is completed. So if you have any doubts, please comment me in the comment section, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe.